nyantechwa maybe am this ka be free Europe akoma busuafo wo Ghana no me use tap send no fee mobile money transfer easy convenient fast and sound so you free won't you hwe me discover ye mapim tap send Intienne also download the tap send app no ewo mobile phone so free na fesika komo abusuafo wo Ghana afa na nyina tap send papa no
everybody check now check it the beat is real don't will make it kill ya get your green select glucometer and check it sugar level check it green select glucometer check it push sugar level for check it reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre tudo na ni etena ka mu kwantin akotonio mabegu ye shop mu se wo benya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo wo so to mfa ko sika so ne mpatamu anase achimota lapa se kosi nsawam. Jimmy Dale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane anase ade bia wo pebia. So wo koton ko ade a ene bebia wo se wo tumwa eye Jimmy Dale. You can locate Jimmy Dale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto or call us now on 0208-920-996. Jimmy Dale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
Where you I wonder how Richard can just make everybody keep quiet with just a touch. The way people were shouting, and just everybody is quiet. I'm sure Richard did keep quiet in school. So, he was writing names of talkatives. You know, in school, if you were part of those who were writing names of talkatives, anytime you come, everybody keeps quiet because they know, the guy is about to write names. Well, the argument has already started. So if you're also joining us here on Sammy Flex TV, Showbiz Daily, then you should know that you are going to be part of the discussion, directly or indirectly. Thanks for being a part of the show. My name is Sammy Flex. This is Showbiz Daily, back from the weekend here on Sammy Flex TV, and we are about to do our thing. So many issues here. Over the weekend, I saw a rise in our showbiz space, and I was so happy. Like, I saw activities. I saw things were happening. I was so happy that, oh, wow. I think for some time, some people thought, Charlie, the Ghanaian entertainment industry was going down. But just the last weekend or the past weekend, I've gotten some hope, like fresh hope that all will be fine. We just have to position ourselves well. And if you position yourself well, you will be called onto the table. I was so happy. So we'll be looking at what is accounting for all the rise we see in our showbiz space. It is going to be one of them you'll be doing. And the Beale Street Music Festival in Memphis, Sarkodie and Stonebwoy. We are going to do general review. I know you might have seen a Sammy Flex video where I did some 1 or 2 reviews on my own, but this time around the whole team is here. I'm going to pick opinions from them and their perspectives on the show. From everything, audience, the songs, the language, everything. Sarkodie flying the band, like we're going to put together everything to do the reviews here. And again, Omah is telling Burna Boy how to do this. Omah performed in Leicester, and he brought on Jackie to do the remix that he's done with him. And everyone is saying, so all this while, this is what we've been telling Burna Boy to do with Blacko, but he's not been doing it. So my producers are telling me, or they are asking me to also tell you that it's Omah showing Burna Boy how it is done. You'll be looking at that. And again, if you also look at the general reviews of Asamoah Gyan's book launch. So many issues happened. Comedian Lexi the comic was there. He performed, and you'll be looking at the good and the bad, or better still, the essence of writing a book as a celebrity or as a top person in Ghana before you retire finally. I know someone like Chemo has been preaching something, not now. Chemo has been preaching this for a long time, that all the top guys, everybody should have a documentary, like a top edited documentary down in your name. So that one day, if you are gone and someone comes, oh, so there was a certain musician called Pulege, what was his name? Pulege guy. Terry Bonchaka. It would not take anybody to tell lies. Oh, Terry Bonchaka, this is how he dressed. The number of albums, this is how he, like everything. And I'm sure that's what Asamoah Gyan has done this time in a book. So he is still in line with what Chemo has been talking about. These and many more are some of the issues we will be talking about today on the Showbiz Daily. Sammy Flex, my name on your screen. You've already seen Roland Amate. He's also a talent manager. He manages P Zeus, and he is a blogger. He's an entertainment person here in Ghana as well. Nana Reagan is in the middle. He is also an entertainment journalist. He is a talent manager, and he is also one of our pundits here on Showbiz Daily. And at the extreme left, in Team Dodo Solomon, simply you can call him Chemo. He's an online manager here at Flex Entertainment, and again, he's also one of our pundits. Anything you want online done for you in Team Dodo Solomon can take you through. Now, let's start with the rise of activities over the weekend. Let's start with that, and let's start with the movie premieres. And I want you to see some beautiful videos and photos from the red carpet movie premiere, movie directed and produced by Burna. Burna is also one of the respected movie people we have here in Ghana. I want you guys to see some of them. Over the weekend, the premiere was huge. For the first time, I saw like a different red carpet setting. I was like, wow. The red carpet that we've been seeing, they are the ordinary ones where you dress and you pass by and the aisle people will take photos. But this time around, like decor, we've decorated the place. Like come and show something, and red light everywhere. Richie, if you have that, I'm sure we can watch some of them and I'll come back to explain.
All the balls are. No, you have to smile.
Okay, so Accra was very active last weekend with showbiz activities from left, right, and center. That was the movie premiere at the Silverbird Cinema, Burna's Red Carpet. I don't know when the movies will be out, maybe on any of the streaming platforms for you to also watch it in your comfort. But I hear it is a good movie. Burna doesn't fail with movies. That one I think I can always clap for him. He doesn't fail with movies. Empress Gifty Osei also had her event, a gospel event called Trek 2022, and I'm sure we can also go see some pictures and some sight and sound. Yeah, let me put it that simple. Some sight and sound. When we come back, we will still see some more. Then I'll ask my people what did they feel, or how was the feeling for them this weekend, including what we have all observed from America and other places. Watch this. I'll be back.
Very well. So this envelope in my hand right now is to support your ministry. Please put your hands together for the honorable minister. God bless you, sir. We appreciate you so much. Ghana,
Yeah.
All right, so once again, Empress Gifty's trek was also a big event. It happened somewhere at the Nungwa Junction Mall, so I hear. And once again, it was part of the activities here in Accra. It is not over until it is over. Even tomorrow, which is a Tuesday, we are still going to have some clash of events, Nima versus New Fadama. And I'm really waiting for that gig. Who will rule the numbers? Is it the good old Nima, or the new Fadama, which is a very young boy in terms of events, will win? And there was also one big event here in Accra over the weekend. Here it's called One Voice Gospel Concert. It's an African gospel concert. One Voice Festival. It is an African gospel concert, and that also happened, giving me hope that our industry is really getting better. Watch this. I'll be back. All right, so that was also the performance at the One Voice Gospel Festival, and we saw some of our gospel artists in Ghana and some also from Nigeria coming through to perform. I don't know if director there is any. If there is none, then let me ask my people how it went for them. Okay, so there was also the Green Lounge concert where that's their 1 year anniversary. I hear Kelvin Boy was on, Camido was on, Kwesi Arthur, and some of the boys were also there to perform. Also something beautiful. Charlie, the weekend was good. Mr. Drew was also on. The fair one, what's his name, Crampo? Mr. Drew, Creamy, yes, Mr. Drew and Creamy, they were all on the show. It felt good knowing that everybody is performing. And then found allow the person to be okay. So it means Accra was good. We'll come back to the Asamoah Gyan book launch proper, and we will enter into that area as well. But I'm going straight to my people to ask them whether they feel what I'm feeling and what has accounted for this. That's my interest. What has accounted for the sudden rise? As a name, of course, like things are happening, giddy, giddy, giddy. Everybody is doing something. It feels so good. Before I do that, let me say a big up to the production team. The guitar Rasta Currency is on camera. Richie Flex is the director and editor of the show, and Emmanuel Forila PG is the producer. Meanwhile, I also want to say big ups to Gideon Neelam Tessin, our creative director for this particular piece. Shout outs to you for watching. God bless you for always spending time with us here on Showbiz Daily. But I also want you to do this: subscribe to our channel, share with your people, and tell them that this is our show. Ro, you have the mic, so I'm sure we can start. Are you feeling the same way I'm feeling? Like some things are happening. Our industry is becoming active.
Right, I mean, first of all, let me say Eid Mubarak to our Muslim.
Eid what?
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak.
Yes. To
it's not Eid.
It's it is either Eid al-Fitr or Eid al-Adha or Eid Mubarak. Okay. All is accepted. So
okay.
To them.
You are the one saying it.
Yes.
Okay.
Today,
let me use this through. Today, someone was asking why the Muslims don't play Brother Sammy song. Sammy has recorded a song, but you guys are not playing it. Oh yeah. What do you guys say? It's okay. Yes, bro. Quick.
It was a very eventful weekend. In fact, not only in Accra, there are so many events that also happen outside Accra, and it was very beautiful. I think some comedy shows break up also Kumasi and the other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was very beautiful. Especially, let me start from Asamoah Gyan book launch.
No, we'll be coming there proper.
Okay.
Yeah, so
let's start on the ones.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will start from the red carpet movie premiere. That was a very beautiful production, like as in the movie, and also the whole event, was very, very beautiful. Looking at the setup, now they gave a different face of the whole movie premiering, your friends, a kind of event.
Yeah.
Because this is a movie that is talking about red carpet, as in celebrities and their lifestyle. And in premiering the movie, there's that possibility, say what you were showing in the movie is the same thing that you are going to do at the premiere, which is the usual red carpet that we know. Yeah, the carpet set from, yeah, the way to a chino akujina honum. Backdrop which with a picture. That is the usual red carpet that we know. But this time they give a different face of the red carpet, which is very beautiful. I learned they are going to Kumasi to continue the premiering there. Me sure say moving in the NMP cry.
Okay.
They will continue to do more premieres. It was very beautiful, and we will commend Burna and his team. And all the celebrities, in fact, those
who were in the movie, and those who were not in the movie.
Yes, the support was massive. The One Voice Music Fest, that is another conversation that I wish we would go into details, but let me brush it off. I think the patronage, I don't know what accounted for it. One could be attributed to publicity, and the other one could also be attributed to the attitude of the gospel fraternity.
Okay, so who is on this stage?
I think it was Team Eternity. Team Eternity.
Ghanaian?
Yes. Team Eternity is a music Ghanaian group. Yes.
Oh, why was it done?
It was done in African Event Center that is closer to Trade Fair.
And this was the audience?
Yes, for day 2. There's actually day 2.
Oh, how?
And it wasn't so good.
But the setup looks good.
It had the best of setup. If you've ever been to Afro Nation, it was the same kind of event, but this time this is the strictly gospel. Strictly gospel. From
so they've discouraged them.
From the entrance to where the stage is like from here to say Jimmy Del Cry.
Wow.
Which is yes, and the tickets and its band, it is a cashless system.
Okay.
Even the wristband even gives you access to even upload money on it to be able to purchase something when you need it.
Wow.
Which is very beautiful.
Wow.
But the patronage, some will be attributed to the attitude of the gospel fraternity, like I said, because I quite say football, but I don't know the kind of people they involved in promoting this event, though.
Oh,
but
I can also say on authority that the Ghanaian people who handled the organization might have failed them. If someone comes to me and says, "Oh, Sammy, organize a sports event for me," like as in football, any of the sporting, yes, organize. I shouldn't sit here and say, "Oh, I can do it," because what? I am in the media space. I should call someone like Obama. I should call someone like Gary Al Smith. I should call Chaskele. Asempa Dems. Charlie, this be what I have. What can you help me? There are guys who are masters of the gospel events. Questioners of Media Excel is one of them. They are now the newly created Table of Men. They are one of them. Like, enough of them here.
Because when you check on Bill, almost all...
Because even the known gospel guys on Facebook, I did not see them post this event. The known gospel boys, like I mentioned, on Facebook, not even a single post came from them. So I'm not surprised, and especially when Empress Gifty had a show which is competing them.
and this is also another show that had almost all the gospel artists that we know in Ghana on bill.
Really?
Yes, the likes of Joe Metal, Akese performed yesterday. The likes of Joe Metal and all will be performing today. And out of low patronage, now the gate has been opened for free that people.
No, it's a lesson to the organizers. Yeah, I'm sure they will learn. They will learn it the hard way.
Empress Gifty says Trek. That was also a very beautiful event. I like the setup. The patronage was good. Obviously, the publicity went well. looking at how
she went really
yes,
hard.
she went really, even though it is an outdoor event, she went really hard and promoted the event very, very well. The setup and production was on point. Yes, from the videos that we saw online and we followed, this is a very beautiful event. Just that no man nananka.
So why did the birds not fly? The doves. Why did the doves not fly?
So I believe they were kept in a very unusual condition. Prior to the time they were supposed to.
Smoke and things.
Smoke, darkness, like out of light, sound and all that. Because yes,
they were timid.
And the time too that they were released were not the times that they usually do fly.
So the idea was that she will stretch her hand like this and they fly.
Yes, that was a resurrection because it was the resurrection effect. Yes, okay. The resurrection effect concept.
Okay.
So all I think contributed to the reason why no man but the whole setup was very beautiful. Yeah. The whole setup was very beautiful. This shows that this lady in question, that is Empress Gifty, is very, very serious when it comes to her craft. You know, there's that perception about gospel artists and how they want their things done. There are some length and breadth that so many people wouldn't go. But she treated this event as a general, what we know of secular artists to be doing. That is what Empress Gifty did. Because she was trying to make a statement out of the theme that she created for the event. And looking at the setup, baby, you free by which looks like a tomb. And because it was the resurrection effect, that is right. You see an Easter way, so she was trying to translate that into the resurrection of Christ, which was very beautiful to send a message. So far, it's been beautiful. It's been very eventful, and like you said, I'm very happy as you that we had so many. Our people are very active, especially in a time. You know, there's that perception that anytime our Muslim brothers are fasting, you know, they also contribute a lot when it comes to event success and patronage.
Well, I think I've heard that before.
Yes, there's that perception that anytime our Muslim brothers are fasting, almost all the events and activities begin to go on the low.
I've heard that before. I think it has even happened to our event before.
But with this weekend, I think this weekend has been an exception because looking at the way people patronize the event.
But the fasting is over, innit?
Yes, the fasting ended. Some ended today, some ended yesterday. So yeah, so it's good. Congratulations to all of them.
All right, let me go on to Nana Reagan and add that Empress Gifty has a mission, and her mission is simple. She is that lady who would want to say, even if she gets nominated for Artist of the Year, she can say, yes, I also held my own concert. I also did it like we do for the secular artists. So I think she's on a mission. Nana, what did you also see this weekend? She's on a mission.
Greetings to our Muslim communities. I was at Trek.
Okay.
Yes, so I witnessed the performances and everything that happened over there. I want to touch on the reasons why recently we are seeing the rise in some of these events and all of that. I think if we can give credit to Shatawale for ranting or speaking against, prophecies, and then the Ghana Police Service will act, and then we will not see or hear some of these prophecies again, then we can equally give credit to pundits and plumbers in the country for speaking and talking for or for events and all of that. That is it is simply the reason why we are seeing the rise in most of these things, because they listen. In as much as sometimes
it hurts them.
Yeah, it hurts them and they go emotional about it. They listen, and when they
learn.
I think they learn. They think about it and they say, okay, these guys are saying we can do one or two, take one or two out of their, punches or whatever they want to describe it. Or their plumbing works. So let's do something. So for me, I will credit people like yourself and plumbers like us. Are you a plumber?
Yeah, plumber. Yes or no?
Of course. So all I want to say is credit to us, and I mean our efforts are not being in vain. It means that what we sit back and observe in the industry and address the players are taking 1 or 2 from it, and they are
okay,
being
they are
active
learning.
and they are learning. So it's good. Like I said, I wasn't at the red carpet and the One Voice Africa and all of that, because I had to take my artist to Trek. So
Lady Ophelia performed.
Yes. It was Kofi Sapon, rather.
Oh, okay.
He also has to move there and go and perform. So Lady Ophelia was supposed to perform, but when we got there, things changed. So she has to, stay back. So I couldn't attend the other ones, but they asked for the Trek. I can give them 80 out of 100. I mean,
for their activities,
everything was perfect. My worry a bit was with security and especially the police service. Like the way they were coordinating things there was a bit down for me.
They were too strict, you mean?
Not too. Should
or
I
they
say
were
too?
Loose.
They were. I think. Maybe I should say too strict, because some of the people that were coming there or that were invited, some of the invited guests did not even have any accreditations to show.
But it was a free show.
Yes, it was a free show, but they have reserved parking spaces
okay.
and other things for certain people that they themselves, some of them don't even know who. So sometimes when we approach them and we tell them, okay, this person is in, this person is coming, instead of like listening to the person and say, okay, this place has been reserved for you, then they are asking you to go and do another thing, which at that moment you, the person, cannot even go and do. If you have to contact even somebody like Edem or Rosindi at that point, they are also equally busy coordinating the event, running here and there, so they will not have ears for you. So it made some of the things very, very frustrating. At a point, made the car crab will be car. So because police right from the end, the whole place was packed though. Right from the streets. Before I send out the park, the security will direct you, and when you get to that place, the police people will ask you to go back. So it was very, very frustrating. Like unim baby probably see artists, where the artist is going to sit, where they have to
backstage,
backstage and all. It was that thing there was very, very frustrating. So at a point, I even have to report to them to, check some of those things so that it wouldn't be like, oh, yeah, I'm out for embarrassing and I saw my baby harassing. So, I think it was good. Like I said, I would give them 80%. Gifties, costumes, and acts was everything.
Gifties is a performer.
Everything was on point. And he introduced the Nigerian guy was super.
Really?
He was super. He was like his performance, Charlie.
I think he was the poster boy of the event.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was very, very fantastic. So kudos to them. We hope that next year it will be much, much bigger than this.
All right, Chamo, come through. I want you guys to hit my point to ask you whether we are seeing rise and things are getting better.
Yeah. This one there, it's obvious. We are getting more events, more activities, and it's good for the industry. As you were saying, but
I want Nana Reagan to do something for me. Please, I beg, go. Why do you think the One Africa thing flopped?
For me, I think
One Voice. Yeah,
I think I'll attribute it to publicity. Yeah, I think it was slow. I didn't see it until yesterday when I had to pick Kofi Sapon and Lady Ophelia to Trek, where I was talking to my boss, Christian, and he said Kofi Sapon has to go to One Voice first before we can take her to Trek. Take him to Trek. Sorry. So I think the publicity was very, very, like you said, table of men of all people in this gospel industry couldn't even share or post a flyer from them, and they were busy posting. Some of them were busy posting Trek. So personally, I was also promoting Trek for some obvious reasons. So a lot of people that are known in the gospel speak, everybody was talking about Trek. So I think for me, it's promotion. Maybe I will agree with you if you say they did not give the events to the right people to promote it or make it happen. Because if, let's say right now, we want to do a music or in a forum or discussion in the entertainment industry, and you want to bypass Sammy Flex, you will definitely suffer some things. You understand? So sometimes, so sometimes we should just work with the right people. It's not as if we see faces in the spaces where we are. So anybody at all can do anything. It doesn't work like that.
All right, thank you then. Chemo, I'm sure you can now fully
yeah,
come
so
to.
good for the industry. We are seeing more activities, I mean, shows here and there. So that one is good. And then with the one voice thing, I think obviously it's the promotion. Me, I didn't hear anything about that. But for me, people will say
I follow one of the key organizers. So I saw him post one or two.
Yeah.
But that is not enough.
And even from what Roland was saying, that they had a wristband that you can use to purchase and all that. I mean, some people will learn about that thing when they come for the event, and it's not good enough.
Yeah, it should have
should
made.
be, it should be
noise about it.
Yes, for even that one will even attract people to come and see how it works. It will be a good point to even promote the whole thing. But if you refuse to do the right things, like promoting it the right ways, it will flop. I mean, some people will attribute it to the fact that maybe they didn't pray enough, or their prayers was they were. This is a spiritual event and they are not praying. No, it will flop. That's how they should pray more. Maybe that one will help them, but they should do the right thing. I mean, contact the right people, get the right people to promote the whole thing for you, so that you get the results that you are looking for. Because this is also negative for event organizers.
Yes.
I mean, if
and these are people who intend to do some more shows.
More shows, yes. And look at this. The first one, this is such a disaster. They may not go for the second one if they think about the money that they will lose, or even their time, everything. Like emotionally, they wouldn't be okay for some time.
And if Sunday people did not patronize a gospel event, how much
more Monday?
Sunday that people are very holy in this country.
Well, maybe today is holiday, so.
Yesterday was
holiday anyway.
Was really.
Yeah, the whole thing is they didn't promote. They didn't promote it well. I think that's the thing. And they should do better job. I mean, they should analyze what happened and what they can correct, so that they can get the results that they are looking for. So apart from that, the red carpet too, I think it was nice. I mean, it's also showing that the movie industry is coming back. I mean, we can't say for sure.
And I think I've heard Yvonne saying it's also about to premiere another movie also.
So this is good. It's good that, I mean, now something is coming, and now I think they are promoting it in the right way and doing the right things. I mean, premiering is good. And then after that, you also look at the online platform that you can sell it. And maybe later they will also think about the local channels, how they can work with them and get a good deal from it. I mean, it will make the industry big, or it will grow the way we want it to. So yeah, so far so good. I think this is good for the industry, and we should wish for more.
Okay. So the One Voice video is coming from where? Roland's place?
Yeah, Roland was
there. Okay. I saw some scenes. That's why I'm asking. They are very good at capturing such scenes.
Okay. So this is another premiere coming off on May 21st, 7 p.m. at the Silverbird Cinemas. 50-50. Von Nelson, I see Majid Michel, I see John Dumelo, and the other guy at the other end, I can't. Oh, that's Anthony Wood. Oh, thank you. And there is Anthony Wood as well. So this movie reminds me of the days of Venus Films, man. Venus will put all these guys in one movie, and we were making money from Venus. But unfortunately, the last time I met him on TV3, Showbiz 360, and we talked about some memories we've shared in our space. It's okay. Here, Showbiz Daily, we give you all the updates when it comes to events, show business, the reviews, and more. Let's talk about Asamoah Gyan's legendary book. Legendary book. It's not legendary. Legendary book. And I'm so happy about this. As a matter of fact, let me say big ups to all the leaders and prominent people in Ghana who showed up to support Asamoah Gyan. This is what we want our leaders to do. When they do this and you are dying for Ghana, you die without looking back. Because sometimes you see people who have served the country, people who have done things in their capacity of Ghana, and you see their end, how no one is minding them. It feels so sad. Me, yesterday after watching, was it Saturday rather? It was Saturday, yeah. Saturday after watching these videos and photos online, I said, wow, this is good. At least someone has been appreciated, and it feels so good. Let's take you there. Comedian Lexi the Comic. Lexi the Comic, you know, comics kinky. Comedian Lexi the Comic performed, and so far all applauds are going to him. Let's watch some of his actions, and we will listen to a speech from Asamoah Gyan. Then I'll ask, what are the lessons picked from this? He has served as a public figure, as a footballer, and at the time of his retirement, in quotes, he has put out a book detailing his activities, his years of struggles, the good, the bad, and all the successes together. And he sold it. So imagine, has Reggie done something like this, Reggie Rockstone?
Yeah, they did a documentary about Hip Life.
Book of Hip Life was not written by Reggie.
It wasn't written by Reggie.
It was written by an American professor.
Yeah.
I remember very well, yes. Some white woman.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's watch this. And I am asking this question because I'm also looking at how any of our showbiz people would retire and do this. That's why I mentioned Reggie. Reggie might not be doing active music. Even if not this, can they do a documentary? Like some things. Chemo will surely throw more light on this. Watch this, I'll be back.
I can imagine Sogo, because the way you place everything on this wife, I can imagine Sogo in the house and the wife prepares food and it becomes so salty. Wow. Only football people It's crazy, but I love football. I love football. 2010, Africa had a chance to host the World Cup, and one of our own, Abnayawa, was a commentator there. And at some point, Ghana was playing because he was very conversant with the names. And Asamoah, he started the commentary. The day are you plays for Leon. Gives the ball to Asamoah, Sunderland, gives the ball back to the day gives it to Liadi plays for Chelsea, and everybody was like, in Bregum. Crazy, but I'm told one legend is also here, Alaji Diop, legend. You took a while to come to Ghana. You were not coming, so we created our own Diofo. It's called that Dom, and he's still 23 years. It's crazy. It's crazy. I love football. Footballers. One time I saw Suleiman Tari going on the pitch, and he did this. I'm saying, Cremonidi, I can crucifix. I don't have my time here, so I see some great personalities here. Is Kennedy, honorable Kennedy Japan here, please? Please give me a wave, honorable. Daddy, I dey feel you pass. Like, you don't feel anybody. But one problem I have is, Daddy, in your government, comedians are not getting jokes. Like, it's like the number is taking the government so personal. Like, it's funny. Like, Daddy, it's not easy. Why they were getting jokes? Meet the press. You ask Nana, simple question, the president. Mr. President, please, how are you fighting galamsey in your government? Thank you for the question. The manipulation of the GDP of the population, which are mobilizing into the evaporation. Then he said, have I answered your question? You see journalist. You ask them, what did the Bufa do? They say, Charlie, the mind be deep. But our former president, Mama, oh, it was great. He was giving us content a lot. You ask him, simple question, Mr. President Mahama, please, how are you fighting galamsey? Say, thank you for the question. Now, can I see your hands in the air? When I say Galamsey, say no about us. Galamsey, the Kabali. But it was better to Anklata, the late Anklata. Anklata, please, how are you fighting Galamsey in your government? Thank you for that question. I will be a question of my friend again. My friend Napoleon Article 2. And to him, with the history of all that you want to Galamsey or but it was great. It was great, and President Bufo, he never answered any question, and nobody could question him. Because he was a slow talker. 2 hours press conference, he would take that to read his speech. You can't do anything. Mr. President Bufo, please, how are you fighting Galamsey? Thank you for the question. Ghana, we are fighting. After 3 hours, let me summarize. But I love Papa J. I love Papa J. You know, Papa J can never answer any question without bringing the days of revolution. When he was fighting for the economy, the country. Papa J, please, how are you fighting Galamsey?
Thank you for the question. In the days of the revolution, when I was fighting corruption, that was when I met my wife, and I played to obviously, what we food your body, a piano, and so Ghana, dear, what we food your body, and get the piano, and I had the 1 or 2. I answered your question. Who are you, Mr. Papa J? No answer. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your.
Okay, so that was one of the wonderful performances we saw from Lexi the comic. Did the musician perform? I've not seen any musical performance. Hey, then Lexi has swallowed them. Because as a matter of fact, in all the videos I've seen online, I've not seen any musician perform. Meanwhile, Asamoah Gyan is also a good friend to top musicians in Ghana. I don't know, but of course, then it means the comedians did a good work, an area or a discipline that we all thought was going down. But Lexi has given them a reawakening, and it feels so good about it. Now, let's talk about Asamoah Gyan also giving some messages before the book launch. My producer gave me how much some top people bought the books, and I've heard some people saying, oh, so president didn't buy for even 1 Ghana po. It means that the president will do it behind the scenes, because, you know, after someone has paid 100,000, the president cannot do 20,000. It will be shameful. So the president decided to do his behind the scenes. So if you look at what we have on the screen, Dr. Enesofori Sapon picked first copy for 100,000 Ghana cedis. Kennedy Japan also picked second copy for 100,000 Ghana cedis. Freedom Jacob Caesar went for third copy, 50,000. Ket Okraku, GFA president, did 50,000. Tony Otinjesi lifted the fourth one for 20,000. CEO of Asmera Restaurant supported with 20,000. Alan Kwadwo Chairmantin, who is a presidential hopeful in the New Patriotic Party, NPP, also did 10,000 Ghana cedis. And Kumasi Asante Kotoko CEO Nanaya Amponsa also picked his at 10,000 Ghana cedis. And KGL Group, that is Kasaprekwe. Okay, Kasaprek also picked 20,000. It feels good. Asamoah Gyan said something. Let's go there. Watch what he said. Now come to Chemo that what is the essential element in this particular project or thing that Asamoah Gyan has done. Let's watch this. When I come back, we'll continue with the discussion.
It's a big honor for me to be able to say that the book of Asamoah Gyan duly launched.
Mr. Chairman, I must confess that I didn't expect this level of appreciation when this idea was sold to me. I've always loved the quietness of my own small corner until it was revealed to me that my words could inspire the generation alive in Omah. It was suggested and agreed that my life, through various stages, ought to be documented into inspiring and beautiful masterpiece, legendary. But I'm overwhelmed by the love shown. What I see here this evening is an epitome of our country's appreciation for her men and women. I'm indeed proud of myself. I must commend the entirety behind this brilliant idea. A legend who came here to support me. My brother, Freedom, I call him Cheddar. The maestro himself, Abedi Bele. Amen. Thank you so much. Mr. President, thank you so much for honoring this great event. And the most important person in my life, who is not here with us, that's my mom. My dad is also around, who came here to support me. My friends and family, my brother, everybody who came here to support me. I thank you so much for what you have done. This is an historic event, and I promise to make Ghana proud. Thank you so much. God bless you.
All right, so beautiful people, prominent people at the Kempinski Hotel here in Ghana making this happen. And I'm going to Chamo, and I want to ask him first, what is the essence or what is the importance of what Asamoah Gyan did to his career, to the future, and the lessons in there for would-be legendaries to also pick. Chamo, yes?
Yeah, this is a good way to establish your name in the books of Ghanaians. I mean, in this sense, you will never go like, it's like you will never vanish, or it will not come to a time that we will not hear from you, because people will still come and read your books. People can even use your books for lectures. Like somebody can say that, okay, there was one guy called Asamoah Gyan, if he's no more even at the time, then the person will talk about the book and what was in the book, just to honor your name or something. So this is the best way to get your foot in the books of Ghanaians forever.
Okay.
This is the best way to do it. I mean, in one form or the other, whether you do a book or even a proper video documentary or something. Yeah. So he has done well. I have back end information that I can't disclose much, but the person who coordinated the whole thing, as in writing the book, he has also done well, because I heard he went through a lot of hell to make it happen. He has to do a lot to convince Asamoah that this is a good thing.
I'm sure this should not even be hard to say, because like Asamoah Gyan, that would not be his focus.
Yes. So the guy also did really, really well. The way he pushed for Asamoah Gyan to say, okay, you have disturbed me enough, let's do it. Yes. So the guy too has done well, and this is good thing. And look at the way people are supporting. I mean, all the big guys in Ghana, you will find them there. Let me not say big guy. All the big men in Ghana were there. Yes. And they are throwing their support behind such a thing. And even it will even cement that fact that your name will never die. In this sense. I mean, they will all mention your name. And even some of them who may not be so much into football will read your book and now be interested or start following what is going on in terms of football. So this is good, and others should emulate.
Okay.
This is the way to do it. And instead of complaining that we don't honor our legends and all that, this is a way to do it. And the investors who have money, I mean, there's a lot of money in this. Look at how much they are paying for books. So if you are investing in documenting our legends, their history, their biography, what they have done in their areas, various areas, I mean, it will be good business. And I've said it, the only way for people to venture is when they see that they can make money out of it. And look at the money that Asamoah Gyan is getting. I mean, even the book is not out, like officially not out, but people are buying it for 100,000, 50,000. Yes, this is a big deal. Yes.
Just the first sales.
Yes. So this is a good deal. So if you have money and you want to invest, you can also consider going into documenting our legends, what they have done in the space, and it will help.
Okay, Nana Regan, come through. What do you also see will be some of the significance of what Asamoah Gyan did last Saturday?
Well, for me, I think the whole thing is a beautiful thing. And I see that people will try and emulate same, because if Asamoah Gyan is doing, then what it means is that if you want any documentation of your works or your life career projects, it should start from you. I've been saying this most time when we are having addressing or arguing about PR, publicity, and all of those things. That most of the times, let it start from your own camp. And then the media will jump to it. You see, this book that Asamoah have been able to launch, tomorrow maybe a media firm that also wants to look smart can also engage Asamoah Gyan and put this thing into visuals. And they can also, you know, sell it to other platforms where they can also cash out, make money out of it. And Asamoah can also even make more money out of it. And so it wouldn't be like just the book. So sometimes you make the effort and then let the other people
make the first move.
Yeah, you understand. Yes.
All right. So Gary Al Smith has quoted, or he's tweeted that, humbled to be a co-author of the legendary Ghana's first football autobiography, Rick tells the story of Asamoah Gyan. Was an amazing star-studded night on Saturday, a culmination of 2 years' work, launched by Ghana's president Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. Congrats, baby jet. So the co-author Chemo was mentioning earlier was Gary Al Smith. Yeah, I know.
So this clearly gives, you know, the people a reason or an environment to even celebrate you, because for people to even go and buy your book, keep them in their homes, read them, and all of that, it's a way to celebrate you. It tells
it means a lot.
Yes, that you've been able to acquire for yourself. So we should give it to Asamoah Gyan. I think he has done so well, and I am happy he did not turn the offer to write the book for him down. Like, he's so busy. I mean, how much is he going to fetch from there? So he is going to do
already. He has money.
He has money.
What
so
will the book give him?
Some people will do that, but I am happy he did not do that, and he has set that pace or that example for others to also emulate. So I am hoping that going forward, our musicians, our actors, you know, industry creatives should emulate some of these things. They should, especially those who want their names to be, you know,
put down in the history.
Of course, you should start like this, and then let the
like
people also see, okay, this person has a very good reasons to be celebrated. So sometimes it is not as if nobody wants to celebrate you, especially in our days of e-levy. People's minds are, you know, you know, today I paid my first today I paid my first e-levy, and I sat down for like 10 minutes.
But you know, may I send someone? I did not see anything. I sent 350 to someone.
Read your message.
Oh, only 2.682 tax charged.
Read your message.
Which is what? 3.75.
Do you know what was funny?
Hey.
I was supposed to pay. Do you know I was supposed to pay 2.3 to somebody. So I was just sending it from my phone, and then the person was like, "Oh, he begs me I should add the charge." I said, "No problem." So I added 4 cedis to it, so it was 234. Now, to confirm the transaction, and then they were telling me it is 2477. I was like, but I just entered 23. So later when I send the money, then they break the thing down for me. Okay, tax this, charge fee this. I was like, hey, to make sure you live now. So the point I'm making is that, you know, people have their minds on other things that will benefit them individually. So in this country especially, if you want people to be like celebrating you willingly, it's a bit difficult, challenging.
You have to pave the way.
Yes, pave the way, make the effort, and then let everybody find, okay, this guy is, Charlie, he really needs to be celebrated. And then people will start celebrating you. But if you sleep and think you will wake up and see every Ghanaian celebrating you, it won't happen.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Ru, what do you also say?
As I mean, this is a very huge eye opener. I think Asamoah Gyan is not the only person that has documented himself in a book. I think Ochame Kwame in recent times did say Love Lockdown. That is between the relationship with his wife. From
that was more like relationship.
Yes,
and not career.
Like an American say from the time they started dating to now. Even as a celebrity,
I think that the career one will attract a larger audience than the marriage one.
So that is him as a celebrity or a musician, how they've been able to live, which is also very good. Yes, Akwesi Appiah has also done that, and I think recently Reverend Bishop Charles Ajinasari also did his with a movie, which is also very good. The thing is that the education about how people are going to receive and appreciate it in our environment is one of the factors that would discourage some of our people from doing some of these things.
Okay.
Because Obibe Bisa say, after book launching,
what next?
What's next? After,
because I'm even looking for to buy one, but I can't.
Oh, for sales there are so fortunately for us in our current space there are so many ways you can sell, because for book there you can even do an electronic one and sell it online.
But I'm not sure there is one.
Yes, but I'm sure for them to do this, it will be considered.
Okay, we are ready.
Yes,
want to buy
and it will be considered, which is very
I want
good.
to buy it and read. And like I really want to read.
And so, like I was saying, the mentality about how people are going to appreciate even that piece is also another challenge for the people. Because when Chemo was speaking, he was like, the one of the authors had to go through hell in order to convince some of our people. And it is not as if they don't know. They know the importance of this. Asamoah Gyan knows the importance of this. He knows that when he tries to do something like this, he will get people to come and support him. But the thing is, after are people going to appreciate it that much? And you see, recently when they were putting some of our celebrities and known people even in basic books for them to be studied and all that. How many people were able to be featured, like entered into that book, which is also another contribution. So
and even with the kind of information they put in that book, and I think I read it and I was not impressed.
That one is against the people that they are putting in. If you have putting something down already, they will just copy what you have done. So if you don't give them anything, they will put whatever they think is the correct thing.
So if like Reagan said, it all starts from our people. If you want to be documented, if you want to be
give them the necessary information.
Yes, give them that information. Because I've said on so many platforms that I wish the government or whichever institution will build a hall of fame for some of our sectors to celebrate some of these people. Because imagine Asamoah Gyan's book being in a hall of fame or a museum for people to pay.
Then it gets some value.
Yes, that is what I would have wished. The Education National Cathedral, no? And at least if you chamber for Krani and Maya Baku, so no hall of fame Krana. It is also another venture. Then okay, will be because our hall of fame on. At least you have about 1% royalties for honor. There's also another way of letting our people know, say, when you even retire, you won't be a charity case. Because even the state crown is giving
protect you, or the state cushions you in a way.
Yes, so when you are killing yourself, like you said, say, oh, this one I'm going all out. Because if I don't get anything now, crown, at least I have some cushioning in the near future. It is very good and it is educational. It is going to force some of our people to know, say, the story starts from you. You can't come out and call people and say people are not celebrating you or people have not appreciated what you've done for the country whilst you have not given them anything to start with. Yes, we know what you've done. We know, but how do we tell your story? There are so many movie producers in the space that are looking for first-hand story, like authentic story from some of our people in order to produce even movies for them. Come on, they go through hell. This thing is very more expensive than we think. Because I once watched an interview with the late goalkeeper, Black Stars goalkeeper Ali Jara.
I also watched one documentary Black Rasta did for Robert Mensah, goalkeeper #1.
Yes, and the Ali Jara, the only thing he has that he can boast of is a junction that was named after him. At the Black Stars cardigan, African captain at the moment. That is the only thing he has that he can boast of.
credit.
Yes, and no quite saying them. Of road truck say Missy Wali Jara Janshi. Or no aboni din so besi wo hono.
But he's a cup owner.
Yeah.
He's a cup winner. Sorry.
Our medal no or the over corner jacket and so na medal no say hanga so no she say no abosu dia. Wow, over come on. So you see, these are some of the things. If we let our people know, say it starts from you, because imagine somebody going through this length and breadth to shoot some of these documentaries. How do our people benefit? How do we make them understand? Say when we do some of these things for you, these are the returns you are going to get from it.
Okay.
These are the benefits. It is very good and it is educational. At least, like I said, it is an eye opener.
Okay, thank you so much, Nana Reagan. Thank you, Team Dodo Solomon, and thank you, Roland Amate. You know, they were talking about tap send. The best information I can share with you is that with they were talking about e-levy. Sorry. They were talking about e-levy, and I'm saying the best information I can share with you is that with tap send, you're not going to pay any e-levy. The operators of tap send, they have already cushioned the e-levy. So anytime you use tap send to send money to anybody in Africa, you are not going to pay any e-levy. You are not going to have any deductions on your money. So whether you live in America, Europe, or UK, send money using tap send, and remember to use the promo code. The promo code is always SammyFlex, and that is what you need to get some small money, maybe $10, maybe £5, maybe €5 on your wallet. Then you can continue sending money here and there. Now, there are two big stories for us to do before we go away. One is with Omah and Jackie. Remember that Jackie featured Omah on her hit song Forever. And Richie showed me this video, and if you go on to Jackie's page, Jackie is telling us that Omah showed her the way by bringing her on his Leicester show in London. And look at it. Yeah, some serious hugs and things, and that is so. I want to read Jackie's caption to you. So you know exactly what we are talking about here. What are people saying? Are people saying what? Who chop who? Chamo say who chop who? No one chop anybody. No one chop anybody. No one chop anything. So Jackie wrote on her Facebook timeline that Omah brought me out at Leicester last night and we did our thing. Omah brought me out at Leicester last night and we did our thing. So the background information is that when Jackie's song became big, that is Forever song became big, Omah from Nigeria featured on the song. And you see, Omah had his concert. This is an Omah concert. Even if you can see in the sky, his name has been written there, Omah. And he did not perform the Forever song because he's on it, and because he can perform it. He saw the need to bring on Jackie all the way from Ghana to do this. And people are asking that, yeah, this is how we want it to go. So how come the other guy? How come the other guy is not doing it for Black Sheriff? How come Burna Boy is not doing it for Black Sheriff? And Burna Boy is not doing it for Black Sheriff. So you see, Omah brought me out at Leicester last night and we did a thing. And Charlie, this is so beautiful. Chamo, the last conversation, I think that was last Friday, eh? Yeah. The last conversation, people had issues with Nana Reagan especially. Yeah. I've gotten calls, messages that, Nana Reagan, what is this? Say? Yeah, so this is what Nana Reagan was talking about. I'm coming to say. No, I'm sure this is what Nana Reagan was talking about. That Burna Boy gets Black Sheriff onto the platform. Like, look at this. It's so beautiful. No, you know, because Anya, Jackie will tap into this audience. Look at the way everybody is recording her. By the time she will close, she's gained some following or some audience. And this is what we are talking about. Omah could have performed the song, and that will be all. Yeah, by difference. Chemo, what is the difference here, bro? What is the difference? One, in terms of pairing them, like the status they are in now, Omah and Burna Boy. Oh no, Omah and Jackie. Okay. They are almost the same. Like they are in the same level now. If I should put it that way. You can't say that Omah is an A-list artist, Jackie is B-list artist. No. They are almost on the same level. So we can say that. No, we can say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if we
Yeah.
can say that,
Yeah.
I think the arrangement is different.
Exactly.
What makes it different is, in the case of Burna Boy, it was more like Burna Boy saying, "Charlie, let me come on it. Let's do something like." But in the case of Jackie, I think the paperwork in there or something, based on how the whole thing came out. I think there will be a paperwork for Omah and Jackie, and again, this is a man and a woman here, a lady and a boy here, who are almost the same age. And we don't know if Jackie. No, I won't go there anyway. Okay.
No. Feel free and say.
Yeah, I won't say. There are other factors who can.
Like you say,
they can make it.
No, what you want to say is that
yes,
you want to see it beyond music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their relationship may be beyond music.
Okay.
So
in short.
Yes, that's another way to look at it. But the whole thing is. That's not my main point. The main thing is that it's not obligatory, if I should put it that way. So if one person is doing it, you can't say the other guy should also do it. And again, who will bear the cost? We don't know. Let's say Omah did it. So what? So Burna Boy should also do it by force. They all have their own.
That is when you have even come to promise it.
Yeah, by promise is in that sense it's not a contract.
Okay.
That kind of promise is not a contract.
Okay.
So you can't force the person to do it. And then there are other factors like the traveling paperwork and all that that we don't know. If you don't have enough to travel, what happens in terms of your paperwork? That thing is also there, and it's even not good for Black Sheriff to for us to push for Burna Boy to put him on the show and all that. If Black Sheriff as where the level that Black Sheriff is now, he can talk to even the Empire people to push him to do his own show or something, and that would be better than begging to be on somebody's show. That he at this point he doesn't need you.
Okay.
If he needs you, he will call you. He doesn't need you, and he has, as I said the other time, he has even done enough for Black Sheriff. That we should be thanking him rather than forcing him to put Black Sheriff in any kind of show. And besides, Black Sheriff is not the only person that he has done collaboration with. So let's ask ourselves: has he taking other people to the show? No. He has done collaboration with Davido, Wizkid, and he's been performing those songs. So should he take all the people that he has done collaboration with?
No, he should take the one he promised the world he will be taking him along.
And that promise we can say same for the others, because we are not there when they were doing their thing. No, in fact, even doing collaboration with them is a promise. Just collaborating with people that let's have a song together. I can go and perform it somewhere else. It's a promise. If I'm going, I can take you along. So that one alone is a promise. And Black Sheriff should be thanking Burna Boy instead of pushing for him to put him on the show. He has done enough for him, and he should take it like that. And so we can't compare that one to the Jackie case. Jackie case, I can say that Jackie will add more to the Omah show than Black Sheriff adding more to Burna Boy's show.
Because I saw more ladies there, and the ladies love Jackie. Look at the way they were all having
it's a business strategy.
Recording her.
It's a business thing. With that Black Sheriff on any Burna Boy's concert, nothing changes. In fact, if Burna Boy decide not to even perform that song, the second sermon, nothing happens. The show is a sold out show before even the show will come on. So after selling out the whole thing and he doesn't perform, what happened? People will say that because you didn't perform second sermon, we are coming for our money or something. No. Burna Boy has done it. He has seen it all. He doesn't need Black Sheriff for anything.
Okay.
So I mean, I think it's not even good for us to push for that thing, because Burna Boy will not be happy after helping him, and this is what he's getting. No, that is it's not good. Okay. So we shouldn't be comparing this.
Okay. Yes, Nana Regan. Is this the way Omah is showing Burna Boy?
Professionally, I mean, on moral grounds, people will say, "Oh, by force, a promise and all of that." But professionally, especially when paper works right, this is the way it should go. I mean, we are talking about you mentioned paperwork, and I was very, very happy that though you are saying, I mean, it was just a promise and that we shouldn't push and we shouldn't force Burna Boy to do that for Black Sheriff. You also agree that there is a certain paperwork that is working for Jackie now. You understand? So that is the exact point some of us have been arguing on. I am saying that Black Sheriff and his team, they failed on that part, because at this point when your demands are on a very high level, you negotiate right to your gains
and you win.
Yes, you negotiate and win. It is not boss I beg you, do this for me. Don't do that. You do that and then you grow, and Shatawale will continue to insult you that you don't have money, you are hungry. I'm surprised Chemo, who have the best interpretation into what music support is today, is even telling us like we should thank Burna Boy for what?
For putting for Black Sheriff on.
You think that support is just support today? Chemo that explains support in music business. He has done it on this platform several times. Yeah. So you want us to win. Yes, so you want us to today you want us to thank Burna Boy because there has been a failed paperwork and that Burna Boy is performing the song alone on other. Nobody is saying it is by force. Nobody is saying what he said wasn't a promise. It was a promise. But if Black Sheriff and his people were very good at their negotiations, he could have also gotten what Jackie is getting today. That is the bottom line. That is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So there was a wrong move in their negotiations. Imagine Burna Boy catching the vibe and at all costs wants to do the thing with Black Sheriff, and you put that negotiation down, Charlie. We are going to do this. We are going to do that. We are shooting video costumes and all of that. Black Sheriff is paying for all those things. It's a cost for.
Waiting for Black Sheriff.
You understand? So if you negotiate well and you tell the person, okay, we are going to pay for all of that, but at least if you are going on this tour, try and put me on. Introduce me to on your stages and that, and then the person really wants to do it at all costs and he agrees to it. Then there's an agreement. There's a paper work to it.
Supporting it.
So he will not just sit back and say, okay, I just made promises to you, so I'm not going to. If I don't do anything, after all, nothing happens. At this point, for Burna Boy to consider performing Black Sheriff songs on his tour, on every stage, then it means the song is doing something for him.
Okay.
Song. He is not just performing it because he wants to support Black Sheriff. Like you said, the other artists that he has featured, you think he doesn't want to support those artists too?
He wants to.
Yes. So why is he not performing? He performs every those songs. Yes. So
except only one what I heard was except only the one with Usindu. But for the rest he's been performing. Yes, he's been performing. So
what it could also mean that Brassam, it could also mean that Burna Boy is negotiation right in that regard. That if you want me to be on your song, I want to perform the song at every stage that I perform. You understand? So he is negotiation like that. What negotiations are you also bringing in? Because he thinks that if he does that, he is winning.
Of course.
What about you?
What is your interest?
What is your interest? What is your interest? So the issue is not about blaming Burna Boy. That's not what I'm doing. It's about a failed negotiations on the part of Black Sheriff and his boys, whether Empire or Road Boys or one of Sakawa boys.
Oh no! They are Road Boys.
Road Boys.
RBA.
Sorry, Road Boys for life. So that is what I'm saying, because like I said, you see right now, Black Sherif's demand is very, very high, that he can put anything on the table and he want to
work.
it will work for him. Don't let us wait till the boys' demands are declining and Obiam Peso Fino. So they just give him any offer they want. That is when we will realize, hey, Charlie, I lose. That is what our musicians have been doing every now and then. Be obeying, you know, now accommodate them. At this point, you should be making gains. You should be winning big. You should be winning big. I think Jackie, what will work for Jackie is not any kind of relationship beyond music. They mean business. They are doing music business. Let's stick to that. And I think that they are working right with whichever negotiations that they are doing, and it has been a win for the lady.
Okay, yes, Ro. What do you also see? Briefly, let's go on to Memphis and do that discussion. I have a reporter's voice note that I'll be playing to you. One of our friends who has become a loyal fan to this particular platform was there to file a report. She's actually not a journalist, but we sent her there to file a report to us. Watch out for that coming soon.
Let's not put emotions over business. It is one of the reasons why our industry has been
the way it is.
Yes, the way it is. Because we always like to put emotions over business. You see, it is our wish. It is so many people's wish that Burna Boy would have carried a Black Sherif along. But there are so many factors that are into play that is making
likely to stop them.
Yes, it is. There are so many. In fact, Burna Boy had already announced his tour. His tour has nothing to do with his current releases, has nothing to do with his current project, but was purely based on his last album release. Right after the album, that was when all the projects that he's embarking on were rolled out. So wherever he would go, whatever he would do had already been planned. It is not as if they are now going to say, oh, okay, now we are going to call Currency to come and add to your event that you are going to play in March, or we are going to call Asumesi to come and add to you. No. All the artists he's supposed to perform with, all the people he's supposed to go with, all the people he's supposed to be on stage with has already been planned already.
They've all been booked.
Yes. And the last time I checked, Black Sherif was not on Burna Boy's last album.
But you see, who mentioned it?
Wait, I'm coming. Wait.
Then let's say the songs that he will perform to has already been lined up.
No, wait.
No, but what I mean is, even if he wasn't on the album, who mentioned it?
Yes, I'm coming to that.
What has happened?
I'm coming to that.
Do we care to know?
Yes, I'm coming to that. See, the genesis of this Black Sherif Burna Boy relationship was the genesis of it was based on emotions, not on business. It started on
including Burna Boy himself.
Yes, it started on emotional grounds. Me feeling the vibe, and we know how artists work when they get into that mood. Artists can have collaborations without even management even approving it. Yes, so Burna Boy can feel the vibe of Black Sherif, have a song with him, do whatever he wants to do with him as an artist. But when it gets to negotiations table, like business, it is a different ball
where
game.
He does not decide.
Yes, it is a different ball game. So Burna Boy can come and tweet and say, oh, I want Black Sherif in my house or in my hotel, wherever I go for tour. But their management can tell him it is not possible at this time. And that is another factor. The other factor is also that I think I heard Black Sherif during one of his interviews explain that he's currently working on his body of work. That is a project or an EP, which is also a contributing factor. Yes, I agree with him. And if I am to advise Black Sherif even now, I would not push him for him to climb on stage with Burna Boy on Burna Boy's tour now, if he's indeed working on a project. Because you see, in this space here, we are comparing this to the likes of what Jackie and Omah did. What Jackie and Omah did is different from what Burna Boy and Black Sherif are doing. You see, when Kiddy and Kwame Eugene performed at the O2, that is the smaller Indigo O2, what they did was invited even some of our top artists, including some of the Nigerians that they've even had collaborations with, to come and support them. It is a business strategy. at that point, you ask yourself, what is that person coming to add to what you are delivering on that day? And Omah knows perfectly well that when he brings Jackie on board, it is going to be a plus for him,
because Jackie is loved by
as much as it is also going to be a plus for Jackie. Yes. Now, if Burna Boy calls Black Sheriff, it is to Burna Boy's advantage more than Black Sheriff.
If Burna Boy calls Black Sheriff,
yes, it is. Burna Boy has his advantage cemented, but it is just going to be maybe +1 for Black Sheriff and maybe +5 or +2 for +1 for Burna Boy and maybe +2 or +5 for Black Sheriff instead. That's how it's going to be, because Burna Boy sold out his concerts and auditoriums even before
all the places he went alone.
Without even mentioning Black Sheriff.
In fact, without even mentioning anybody.
Anybody, exactly. So the thing is that it is going to be +1 for him if he brings Black Sheriff along, but it is going to be like a +5 for Black Sheriff. That is established. So it is different from it. So when we compare the Black Sheriff Burna Boy situation to that of Jackie and Omah, it is different, because for Jackie and Omah, I can say it is a +1 for Jackie and +1 for Omah.
Okay.
That's how it is. So yes, there are so many factors. So if Black Sheriff is working on a body of work that is an album now, what it means is that with his affiliation with Empire, there's that possibility that Black Sheriff, after releasing that body of work,
will also be doing what Burna Boy is doing.
Yes, and on that stage, if Black Sheriff hosts an event and invites Burna Boy to that event, it is going to be a +10 for Black Sheriff and a +1 for Burna Boy, because at the end of the day, it is going to be Black Sheriff's platform and not Burna Boy's platform. That's how it is going to be. So the Jackie and Omah situation is totally different from the Burna Boy and Black Sheriff situation. If Burna Boy and his team, I wouldn't say they didn't negotiate right. It is just circumstances that even the onset till now, it started on, I want to help you, and it's also started on an emotional level without any business mind to it. Okay. So if now we want to call for a business one, let's go and tackle the issue from the roots and make sure we solve it there before we come and hold Burna Boy as to why he is not going on tour with Black Sheriff.
Okay. You want to say something?
I'm surprised we want to normalize even that emotional approach of business in our space.
But some people do, unfortunately.
No, but that is something we should condemn, because at the end of the day, we will not be talking about emotion and other. We are saying people should just be business conscious and work right. So if the person has failed, tell the person the right things to suggest, the right things to do for the person.
So he doesn't repeat.
Yes, it's not like the emotions then that thing you are saying, you people, you for stop. Because if the fact that it started emotionally should tell you that there is something wrong somewhere. Yes. Do you know why in football today, Haaland, a 21 or a 22-year-old boy playing for Dortmund, has a higher market value than some of the players that we know, maybe Modric or even Toni Kroos today.
Look at Modric.
He has market value. It is because the boy is in his peaks now. And that is how negotiations to be done. If you wait for your demand to be normal or it declines, no, everybody can just give you any offer.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sure we can now move on to our very last topic, where we are going to Memphis to do the Beale Street Music Festival in Memphis. Beale Street Music Festival. Now, we're going to do this particular one on several angles. One of them being the fact that when Sarkodie and Stonebwoy were performing, we did not see much audience reaction. We did not see the people who were watching the show showing signs of, Charlie, this be our song, this be our vibe. No, they were just watching them like that. And how they were introduced, like I'm saying, I'm not too sure about the setup of the Beale Street concert, but what I know is that I did not see any MC introducing our guys. They were introduced by their own people, where Sarkodie was introduced by Angel Town and Stonebwoy was introduced by Denta, which was also very beautiful in one way or the other. And we'll be talking about language. The fact that they were not accepted, their songs were not accepted by the audience because they did not understand. They were sitting down or standing jolly looking at them because they were not getting the vibe. They were just seeing some black boys on a stage who were energetic, putting out bars and verses, but they did not get it. A lady who was at the Memphis event, she lives in the state. She lives in the state called Memphis, and she was at a concert. She will be our reporter from the concert. Her name, we will leave her name aside, but let's watch what she has for us. She's actually filed a report via a voice note to us, and we are going to listen to what she said. Then when I come back, I'll ask my people that after following the show online, the things they have seen, what they are hearing, what can we say about the performance of our boys in the US of A? Watch this, we'll be back.
Here, Flex, I'm a Ghanaian lady. Here, Flex, I'm a Ghanaian lady who lives in Memphis, Tennessee. I was at the Sarkodie concert, and only we, the Ghanaians in the audience, could understand what he was saying. And it made me really sad because an argument I've been making for a very long time came flashing right in my face that I'm right. If Ghanaian artists do their songs in English, they can reach a wider audience. About 75% of the world will understand what you're saying. If you sing in Twi and Ga, you are relating to only the Ghanaian market. Thank you. Perfectly understand that some songs have a catchy tune, and even if you understand the language or not, you will like it. But if you want to reach a wider audience, please do your songs in English. You can do both Twi and English in the same song, like Sharif did with Kweku the Traveler. Trust me, you will be doing better, way better than singing in only Twi. Thank you.
All right, so thanks to our special reporter. Her name has been hidden, her identity even looking some way, so you don't know a reporter. Else when she comes to the next event, you say, you were the one that reported to Sammy Flex TV. Now we don't want to see you here. So that's how we presented her like that. I hope it satisfies the cause that we are pushing. So on top of the agenda, we are still talking about the language of our artists. And Rich, if you can play the introduction of Sarkodie for me. His hypes man, his manager, his MC even mentioned it. That what I know what you're about to listen, you will not understand it. And that thing crashes, he said, I don't know whether it was good or bad. That thing Angel said, like, I'm still not sure, maybe good, maybe bad. Because he said that I know what he's about to do, you won't understand it. Yeah, he said that to start the show.
There's no need.
Exactly. I felt like, was that right? Okay, so let's listen to how he said it. Now, it may be a more common.
Of yo might not get half of the things he's about to sing or rap about tonight. But I need y'all to pay attention to this next artist. I need y'all to pay attention to the energy.
All right. So even before Sarkodie came on the stage, his manager Angel Town mentions it same way that yeah, even though you might not understand the language, just watch out for this guy. He is Africa's legend. Blah 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 blah. And the report from our lady in Memphis, she is also telling us that this is what really transpired. She says she was there. It wasn't as if she wasn't there. She was there and she saw everything. And she also feels the language was a problem. Chamo, let me start this with you because I know you have always had a different opinion on this language thing. Sure. Let's hit it straight to the point and let's wrap up. Our time is fast spent.
First of all, I disagree.
You disagree
I disagree with the lady that they should do it in English. I mean,
they should sing in English.
They should sing in English. It will I've said this before. It will suppress the kind of artistic in them that they want to bring out. Because when they are thinking, even their thinking is in their native language, to come out with that creative thing that they want to create. They think in their native language. So after thinking in tree, let's say for example Sarkodie, now he has to translate it to English. Some of the words will miss. Some of the emotions that comes with that thinking in that way will go.
In fact, Sarkodie himself has mentioned that when he does tree, that's when he feels the emotions.
The emotions. And the emotions in the song is infectious. That's what will catch you for also get into the emotions. Like you hear Kweku the Traveler, as they are using as an example. The emotions that come with it. The irresponsible anthem that people can relate to. That's what is doing the magic. You see, people love to mess up and later say that if you haven't done it before, I mean, or what is it? That's what is catching the vibe, not just the language. No, it's something that people can relate to. So if they can relate to that idea, even if you don't say it in English, and they get it, that you mean if you haven't done anything bad before, cast the first stone, they will still vibe. Because no matter the language, when they get the idea that this is what you are trying to say, and then the emotion catches them the same, they will still vibe with it without it being the language or whatever. It's more about emotion and connection and relating to what you are saying in whatever language that they get it. I'm not saying language will not play any role. No, I will be deceiving myself if I say that. But my point is that before you consider the language, you have to finish your product. After finishing your product, and you think, okay, the target that I'm going to give this thing to the audience, they will appreciate it more in, let's say, English. Okay, what can I do about it? At that time, you have finished the song. That's why you can even do a remix and say, okay, for the remix, I want to do it maybe in English. Now, after you have gotten a good product, then you think about that. And it's not only even in only in songs, even in movies. That's why they do subtitling. That's why even YouTube videos, we have a typical example. This guy, Mr. Beast, they should check him out. He has about, I mean, so far he has about 5 or 6 channels, and they are all doing well because after doing the English one, now he's translating them to other languages. Okay. Just for the people also relate in that sense. But the point is that he did it in his language that is comfortable first. That's where the creativity will come out. So if you just tell Sarkodie to do it in English, let him finish doing his craft first. If the product is good, I mean, the biggest song in Ghana here, well, it may be arguable, but the biggest song will be Adonai, will be Anthony Collection. In fact, even the white people, when they are singing, they love Obi Anthony Collection than the English part in it. They will all, that the 3 part in it. They will all say Obi Anthony Collection.
Because I'm
that's where, yes, that's where the vibe is. That's the point I'm making. That's where the vibe is. After whatever Sarkodie was saying, when it gets to Obiantony correlation,
that's what they were saying.
Then that's where they will also get in there. So my point is that language is important, but it's secondary. Okay. It can't be the main thing, because if that's true, if you go that direction, let's ask ourselves. Ghana here, we have people who are singing in English. Are they bigger than Sarkodie, who is not doing English? No. The answer is
like
no.
Manifest, who is doing 100%
English
rap.
He's not bigger than Sarkodie, unless you want to pretend.
So there is nobody doing English in Ghana
who is bigger than those who are doing it in Tree. Even when you step outside Ghana, Sarkodie is bigger than Manifest in Africa. And Sarkodie is not doing English as you want to put it. So Manifest, who is doing English, that sometimes you may even you even need to get dictionary to understand some of his words. Is he the biggest artist in Ghana? No. In Africa, no. So the argument is English alone, or doing it in a language that you think can catch a bigger audience, it's not enough.
So Chemo, why do you think there was that audience disconnect at Memphis, Tennessee? Why do you think the disconnect was so high?
A lot of factors.
Like
one could be that they can't relate to the song. When Sarkodie is talking about canto, what is canto? When Sarkodie,
yes, because he did not say it in English.
No, even in English they won't get it, because
no, in English you say canto.
Okay, you say there.
Ni.
Yes. And you think when you say ni, they will just catch the vibe, because
no, what I mean is when you say you'll be walking from Tema to Circle.
Yes.
They will understand that. Okay, you walk.
And you think when you say you walk, people will just the white people who don't even understand, who don't even relate, like walking from Accra to Circle is something that is difficult or whatever. Like they can't even imagine that a human being at this stage in your life can walk from Tema to Circle. How are they going to relate to it and appreciate it? So it's about the words that you are saying and how people can relate to it.
And even the words that you are saying, don't you think you have to say it in a language they would understand it first?
Yes, that is where I say that would be the secondary thing. Okay. So if you are saying canto, meaning walking from Tema to Circle, and you think saying it in English, in my opinion, will not change anything. But saying something like, I'm working hard to make ends meet, and I have to maybe walk in the sense of, carrying something from Accra to, that's where they can relate. But using the word canto is what is giving the vibe. So if you take the canto out, that is not a song anymore for Sarkodie. That's not that's the whole thing. The vibe first, the product first, before you can talk about language. So I'm saying, yes, language is important, but it will always be a secondary thing. So if you are talking to creatives, if you are talking to artists, and then you try to push the idea of language in their head, it won't work, because as I said, I'm saying it again, we have English language musicians in Ghana here, and they are nowhere to be found. Not even outside or in Ghana here. In fact, all our biggest artists, even outside, they are not doing English like that. Riala, this guy, let me use Atongo Simba. Atongo has done a lot of songs, and one of his popular songs is In Heaven There Is No Beer, which is English song. All right, but he says when he performs it outside, he doesn't get the reaction that he gets when he performs it in Ghana. Ghanaians love the Heaven song more than the people outside.
But
why?
But they are able to relate to their language.
Yes. So the whole thing is that the vibe and how the thing is going, the way we take our beer here, and how we do
the way we respect beer here.
Yes, and then
they don't respect beer like that.
Like that, and the religious aspect of it, trying to be more rebellious and stuff. People will relate to it better. So it's about how people will relate to what you are saying, not really the language. So Atongo Simba is a typical example. Heaven is one of his popular songs in Ghana. But he has confessed that when he goes outside, it's not.
It doesn't sell.
No, it's not.
So you think that the language thing is good, but it's not the first thing?
No, it's not the
secondary.
First. Yes. After like Sarkodie has big songs, and then he can now decide that okay, this song is big, people are vibing. Let me see if I can translate it to English. That's the kind of advice we should be giving, not a direct thing. And the way people are using the Kwaku the Traveler thing, yes, Kwaku the Traveler is big, as I said, is because it's relatable to a lot of people all over the world. And besides that, this Black Sheriff was growing. He was getting bigger before Kwaku the Traveler. You can't tell me that Kwaku the Traveler has made Black Sheriff big now. No. Black Sheriff was coming with songs that were not even in English.
Yeah, and they were big already.
And they were big. He was coming and he's growing.
Yes,
song and even for Burna Boy to even catch the vibe, it wasn't the English. And Black Sheriff is big now, and in fact, Kwaku the Traveler will not be the topmost thing. Something bigger will even come. So we shouldn't deceive ourselves that it's because he's doing it in English now. No, I disagree with anybody who will go that direction.
Well, thank you, in Team Dodu Solomon. Nana Reagan, come through. Let's make it brief and straight to the point. Yes.
Yeah. First of all, I also disagree with the lady, because you don't go to event and you just look at people's reactions and then you say,
oh, but I'm sure Richie, maybe you have to show them some of the audience disconnect our reporter from Memphis, Tennessee was talking about.
The point is I'm saying that you can't just go for a concert or an event and then because you think the reactions of the crowd was not in connection with the performer, then you conclude they don't understand the language. People have attended concert and people were singing in their own language that they understand very well, and they still did not connect with the performer. There are so many concerts like that. In fact, let me ask those arguing that, making it look like if you don't sing English, you can't even break. They should tell us why some British musicians are not even making it. They should tell us why some American musicians are not making it. I have a story here, a list of 20 people. English-speaking art musicians that, including our own basketball player Kobe Bryant. He was a rapper. He raps in English. What happened? If English is the thing that will carry you, will make you break through, will make you go everywhere, because a lot of people understand what happened. They should tell us. You see, people
can't you see that when you listen to a song from any of these Nigerian acts, you are easily related to the song because you understand it. When we heard and alcohol, do you think if he had sung in Yoruba, like would you have understood it to vibe with it?
But there are songs that are sung in Nigeria that I still relate to.
How many of them?
Eku Ebe is one. You see, let's put music aside. Let's put the songs aside. In this whole world, what language dominates? Which language do a lot of people understand?
English.
So because English is first and everybody that other languages people don't even speak it or even learn it. Is that what we are saying? That's not the point. We are talking about music. Music there, I mean, you see, before you turn music into a song, you add lyrics to it. Nobody is saying that the language is out, like it's not a factor. In fact, if you don't add lyrics to a music, it doesn't become a song. So definitely you need, and it is through your lyrics and what language you are trying to use. So first, there are some notes and harmonies and melodies what were put together. That is why we have jazz people who will just put notes in front of them and they will be performing to crowds. And no lyrics won't count. Your boy, you can your boss 5 hours. Now comfort to no more wine the champagne. There are no lyrics, but people are enjoying that music. But when it comes to song, because you add lyrics to it, people people also, yes, in your area, the way you are coming from, definitely they will enjoy that song more. But if the song is very, very good, like, you know, it is a song that people can easily catch vibe to it, the understanding any matter more. You see, first of all, that is why people will say, when it comes to songs, a mood at home. They relating to me, Babeti, as I say, what is he? What is she? At that point, I won't ask that question. I'm in the mood. I'm enjoying the song. What else? If I have to dance, I'm dancing. If I have to pray with it, I'm praying with it. Do you think Michael Jackson money now? Chinese fans now no bro? Is that what you are saying? It is not all of them. But people were Allah. So people, you see, people were so it will tell you that it is not just language. So it means there are something that will I bet me attract you to the song. So what I'm saying is that on the conclusion, it is wrong. Like she's making it look like entirely because Sarkodie did not sing in English. I'm connecting. But I can tell you that on that same stage, we can put an English artist there. He will sing or an English song, and this crowd can still behave like what they are behaving. Let the see, and the two are now Ophelia, brother. Oh, I won't see us any sign. Yeah, say, you cry. Say, by this time, Makakotena, baby, every catfish come for us. Gift you on now me try me catfish na ye born your man me pa. O say afa na me fa me kwa interpretation. Me nya ba. O ba ga je say. Onya lebu bi ati oni. Be me cook bia. O say me busa say afa na akwa no okan den. O se den until line we no no se den ehu hia me. Lumba mo kan ye ya kasa no.
Lumba mo kra omo kan ye ya kasa no. Ensem ni bi wo ha ye nti by still ye vibe with it.
Okay, thank you.
In fact, some of the English songs scrap, or share some of the reality shows scrap, and they get some of the lyrics wrong. Emma, ebu onma, phone credit me chum. So no, this lyrics is not
okay.
Like this so the English there, yes, it is a factor in marketing. If you, in fact, you want to reach a wider market because obvious we say English is a dominated language in the whole world. So that argument, you people should stop it. Okay. But don't make it look like Obi to me Mbonyum without speaking English or break it through to the world. It is wrong.
Okay, thank you, Nana Reagan. Thank you, Chemo and Tim Dodo Solomon. Now, finally, let me give 5 minutes to Roland and let's wrap up our time. I think today we are doing two hours. Okay.
I think Reagan has just said the first statement of what I was about to say. Yeah, it's like if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, you go in a group. That's how it is. Yes, the English language is very, very dominant, like very huge, and yes, no matter your language, no matter how like your people receive you, if you want to break through some boundaries, you obviously need to consider the language thing in order to go. Okay. But my own is the lady's conclusion to her observation is where I don't agree with her. That there was a disconnect in our people's performance because of the language. It is not true. Yes, even if I'm to even rate the language,
I think it is not true.
No,
sorry. Let me remind you. Do you remember late Castro? Should I refer to him as late Castro?
Yeah, Castro.
I was at National Theatre. Castro was performing. That time he had all the hit songs. He was performing and people were sitting down. Like people were sitting and just watching him. Like that's Ofitogo no Abaga now. And at the point he has to ask the DJ to pause the song. And then he said, you people, when you buy tickets and you come to shows, you come and sit here. Let's start up and let's have party. You understand? So at that point, Becca said because Ghana 5 minutes.
It's the conclusion to her observation. I mean, it is even if I'm to rate the language thing as a factor as to why the people there was that disconnect. I think the language would even be about 10% out of 100. Yes, because yes, there are so many factors that will make that will give that disconnect from the artist on stage and the crowd. One is because you see the Bills Street Festival. First of all, it is a street festival.
Yeah.
The whole concept of that festival is to bring artists around the world to a seemingly different audience. And the audience in question, this is mostly those street festivals, the audience present are not only the people in that country. That is one thing we should consider. And secondly, no matter how big you are in your country, there's that possibility you will step on stage during one of these festivals and nobody will hail you.
It depends on how you perform.
Yes.
We've seen Atongo Zimba. We've seen
Riala.
We've seen Kina Isoba.
Exactly.
We've seen videos like
even
in Holland.
Rocky Daouni.
He performed in Holland. They don't even speak English.
Rocky.
Yes. K-Dance.
So it depends on the act that you give on stage. That is one. And let's not kid ourselves and say that the act our people gave, yes, of course, it wasn't bad. But if you don't give an act that somebody is expecting, there will obviously be that disconnect. One, the person doesn't know you. Two, he or she doesn't know your songs. And three, your act doesn't also connect.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously there will be that. There's that total disconnect. So yes, Sarkodie may be our biggest artist. Stonebwoy may also be our biggest artist. These guys have English songs, and if they are going on that platforms, any person with that business mind will study the environment, know what the people like before they even make their playlist. Which is why they even had to start with the national anthem, because they knew that was a different environment for them. That is not the usual. Yes, they performed in America, they performed in UK before, and all those countries. But that particular environment, even though it is that same America, is different. It's different. Watch it 2 minutes, It's different. So yes, the people did not jam or hail them because they did not understand the language. But it was so many factors that came together that gave that disconnect. I watched some performances from even other artists that were on bill, and it was almost the same reception. Even our people were even better.
I see.
Oh, go on, Ameya speak and see. Some were doing English. You know, it was people from different. Some even came from South America and all that. Some were speaking Portuguese. Some were speaking Spanish. Even our people were better. Because you know this is a kind of a 3-day event where the first day and the second day, and people were performing from afternoon till night. And some of them, you maybe someone say, so is this what you came all the way from your country to come and do here? Like, what here you even feel sorry for the artist? So it is not necessarily because of the language, but it was because it was a new environment. And I like the way our people presented themselves. I am not so much into the reception. Because of the environments they found themselves in. Our Nigerian brothers, even people from other countries, when they go into the hinterlands to go and play, do they tell you, if some people show you videos, we've heard of the likes of Davido, Whiskey Dems going into the hinterlands to go and play shows. Let's ask ourselves, all the shows that they've played, is it all those shows that they've released videos of it? No, there are some you can't. You can only say with your mouth, oh, I played a show here, I played a show there. But the reception is always not the same. You can play a show in Accra, that is Ghana. You can, and you get a good reception. It doesn't guarantee you the same artist that when you come and go and play a show in Kumasi, you receive the same reception. No. The video may be big and would come to Accra and sell out our biggest auditorium. But would go to North, Tamale, and he will flop. It is possible. So let's not hold our people's neck that it is because of the language. That is why they did not get that reception. No. It was because it was a different environment. If we are talking about language in music business, that is another conversation. Yes, we can only urge them that when at a point in your career, when you want to target a certain market, a certain audience, you want a certain kind of direction, then you consider language first before your lyrics or your vibe. Other than that, your lyrics and your vibe comes, but it is not applicable to every project. There are some projects, the moment you begin to put pen on paper, it is language that comes to your mind first.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nana Reagan. Thank you so much, Intim Dodo Solomon. Thank you so much, Roland Amate, who just finished talking. And I want to believe the discussion can continue. Already in my first video on this same channel, that is Sammy Flex TV, I've seen some people who are also giving different opinions and views about this language thing. And our lady reporter from Memphis, Tennessee, who is also telling us how the event was and how it went there, looking at the audience reaction and response we got from the people. It feels so good. It feels so good. And I want to say thank you so much. Were you there yourself? You can also add your bit to it. And if you were not there, no problem. More events will be coming. I know since you guys are about starting your summer activities and festivals, go to some of these things and give us reports. You'll be glad to see. Thank you so much, Emo, for coming. Nana Reagan, thank you. Roland Amate, thank you. And to the guys at the back, Digital Rasta Currency, Nana B says hi to you or Osuwako Unity. You see, I don't know about you. Osuwako about you. He's a Wi-Fi boy. So I should say hi to you people. He'll be coming to Ghana this year, later this year. And thanks to Richie Flex and Emmanuel RPG, as well as Gideon Nilam Tessin. Thanks for watching. Remember, we are still bringing you more here on Sammy Flex TV. So stay tuned and also subscribe to our other channel, that is Sammy Flex TV Live. Your report, that is your news report, is coming up. First story, you have to be part of it. My name is Sammy Flex. We're out of here.